Welcome back to the 1% Better Everyday podcast, where small habits lead to big results. I'm your host, and today we're diving into a topic that has the power to unlock your potential and create massive success in your life. What if I told you that just a 1% improvement every day could transform your life? Sounds crazy, right? Well, stick around because we're about to break it down and show you how simple changes, when compounded, can lead to incredible results. Today, we're taking a closer look at the book Atomic Habits by James Clear and why focusing on these small habits can make all the difference in your productivity, business, and personal growth.
All right, so get ready, because today we're all about unlocking potential. We're diving deep into the world of atomic habits.
Atomic habits.
Yeah, those tiny changes that lead to some seriously remarkable results. And the best part, you don't need to be a scientist or anything. Just grab a copy of James Clear's Atomic Habits, and you're good to go.
Ready to dive in.
Let's do it. So picture this. It's 2003, and the British cycling team, well, let's just say they weren't exactly winning gold medals back then.
Not exactly known for their dominance.
Right, they were kind of the underdog of the team. Everyone chuckled at.
Yeah.
But then this guy, Dave Brailsford, comes in as their new performance director.
Right.
And he's got this radical idea.
Radical.
Instead of, like overhauling the entire team, he's all about this concept he calls the 1% margin.
1%.
Yep, he's talking about finding just a tiny 1% improvement in everything they do. I'm talking about redesigning the bike seats for maximum comfort, hunting down the absolute best massage gels, even teaching these cyclists the most hygienic way to wash their hands.
Wait, what? Hand washing? Like it's an Olympic sport?
Hey, every little edge counts, right? Brailsford was thinking.
Okay, I see. I like where he's going with this. But how do you even begin to measure a 1% improvement in hand wash?
Well, I'm sure there were some confused cyclists at first, but that's just it. It's about those small details that often get overlooked. The idea is that if you can optimize every aspect of what you do, even something as simple as hand washing, those small gains can compound into something much bigger.
So it's not about making one massive change, but a series of tiny tweaks applied consistently.
Exactly. And that's where the real magic happens.
Mm-hmm.
Brailsford understood that it wasn't just about isolated improvements here and there. It was about the system. He knew that if they applied this 1% principle across the board to every single facet of their training and preparation, that's where they'd see the real difference.
And did they ever, because from what I remember, the British cycling team went on to dominate.
Oh yeah. Fast forward just a few years and they're breaking records left and right. They're dominating the Olympics, the Tour de France. It's insane. It's like that 1% edge just snowballed into this avalanche of victories.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Small changes, big results. That's the power of compounding in action.
And get this.
Yeah.
If you get just 1% better each day for a year, you know what happens.
What? You become world champion.
Pretty much. You end up almost 38 times better by the end of the year. It's crazy. It's like putting your self-improvement on autopilot.
Okay, that's the good side. But let's talk about the flip side.
Oh yeah, because it works both ways, right?
Absolutely. Ignore those tiny changes, let things slide just 1% each day, and you're looking at a downward spiral. You end up at nearly zero.
Yeah.
Makes you think twice about hitting that snooze button, huh?
No kidding. So let's say I'm all in. I'm ready to embrace my inner Dave Brailsford. I'm making those 1% improvements every single day. Where's my gold medal? Why don't we see results right away?
Ah, that's the tricky part. It's something called the plateau of latent potential. You're putting in the work, you're consistent, but it feels like nothing's changing.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. It's so frustrating.
It is. And it's easy to get discouraged, but think of it like an iceberg.
An iceberg?
You see the tip above the water, right? But underneath, there's this massive chunk of ice hidden from view. It's the same with our efforts. Those initial changes, those 1% improvements, they're building something significant beneath the surface.
So it may not see it right away, but it's happening.
Exactly, like those first few degrees of heat when you're melting an ice cube.
You don't see a change right away, but those initial degrees were crucial.
Exactly. Or think about a bamboo tree. It spends years developing this huge root system underground, years of growth that you don't see, and then all of a sudden it shoots up sometimes dozens of feet in just a short time.
So the growth was always happening, even when we couldn't see it.
Precisely. That's the plateau of latent potential. Those early efforts, they matter even if we don't see the results immediately.
Okay, I'm starting to get the whole patience thing. Trust the process, right? But here's where I'm a bit stuck. The book emphasizes systems over goals, and I love a good goal, right? Something to aim for.
Goals are great for direction, but systems are what actually drive progress. It's like this. A goal is like setting your GTS. It tells you where you want to go, but your system, that's the actual car you're driving.
The engine, the wheels, the whole shebang.
Exactly. You need that system to actually get you there.
So it's not about ditching goals completely. More like, don't get so caught up in the destination that you forget to build the car.
Exactly. Think about elite athlete.
Okay, so like a marathon runner.
Their goal might be to qualify for the Boston Marathon, right? But what actually gets them there?
Let me guess, their system.
Exactly. It's their daily training plan, their nutrition, what they do for recovery, even how much sleep they get.
Makes sense. So the goal is important, but it's the system, the day-to-day habits that really make the difference.
100%.
So the book talks about how focusing too much on goals can actually be a bad thing, I have to admit. That surprised me a little.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught in that trap.
So what's the problem with being goal-oriented?
One big one is something called survivorship bias. We tend to focus on the people who achieve a goal and forget about all the people who had the same goal but didn't make it.
Oh, right. Like we only see the winners, not everyone who played the game.
Exactly. And we think, oh, if they can do it, so can I. But we're missing a huge piece of the puzzle, their system, all the work they put in, all the habits they built.
So it's not just about wanting it bad enough. It's about having the right systems in place to support that goal.
Absolutely. And even when we do achieve a goal, it's often a temporary change, not a lasting transformation.
Right. Like I might finally clean my desk, feel great about it for a minute.
Right.
But if I don't change my habits, the clutter will just come right back.
Exactly. Or think about someone who loses weight for a wedding.
They diet like crazy, hit their goal weight. But then what happens?
They haven't changed their relationship with food, their eating habits, so they often gain the weight back. It's the yo-yo effect.
They haven't built a sustainable system.
Exactly. And here's another thing. Tying our happiness to achieving a future goal can actually make us unhappy. We start thinking, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll be happy when I buy that house. We postpone happiness instead of enjoying the journey.
We get so focused on the finish that we forget to enjoy the race.
Exactly. And what happens when we do achieve that goal?
We feel empty or lost because we haven't built the habits and systems to sustain that success.
Exactly. It's like those people who train for a marathon and then stop running completely after the race.
They achieved the goal, but they didn't fall in love with the process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Systems help us fall in love with the process with continuous improvement.
So it's not about ditching goals altogether. It's about recognizing that goals give us direction, but systems are what actually get us there.
100%.
Systems are about building those tiny habits, those 1% improvements that add up to remarkable results over time.
That's what atomic habits are all about.
So we're clear on the why behind atomic habits. It's about building systems for sustainable change. But how do we actually make those tiny changes stick?
That's the million-dollar question, right? Yeah. It is. And the good news is Atomic Habits gives us a framework. It's all about making those small changes stick.
Okay, so how do we do it? What's the secret?
4 laws. Make it obvious. Make it attractive. Make it easy. Make it satisfying.
4 laws.
Okay.
I can work with that.
Okay.
Sounds kind of catchy too.
Right. It's a blueprint for building better habits. Right. So let's say you're trying to meditate more.
Okay. I could use some more Zen in my life.
Instead of just saying, I'm going to meditate more, make it obvious. Set up a meditation cushion right in your office where you can't miss it.
Out of sight, out of mind, right? So make it visible.
Exactly. Then make it attractive. Maybe light a scented candle. Put on some calming music.
Yeah.
You want to associate the habit with something enjoyable.
So we're tricking our brains into wanting to do it.
Exactly. And make it easy. Don't try to meditate for an hour on your first try. Start with a few minutes.
Baby steps.
Exactly. 5 minutes during your lunch break. You can build up from there.
Small changes, big results.
Right.
Right.
And lastly, make it satisfying. That's about that feeling of reward.
Okay, how do we do that?
Keep a journal to track your progress, or find a meditation buddy to hold you accountable.
So you're saying find ways to make the habit itself enjoyable.
Exactly. The more satisfying it is, the more likely you are to stick with it.
Makes sense. But let's be real. We're going to have moments when we slip up. We're human, right?
Of course. No one's perfect, and that's okay. The important thing is to not let those slip-ups derail us.
Easier said than done sometimes.
It is. We see these amazing transformations on social media, and we think we should be able to change overnight.
Right. And when we don't, we feel like we've failed.
But remember, those overnight successes, they're usually the result of years of hard work behind the scenes.
It's like the bamboo tree.
Exactly. It takes time. We have to trust the process and be kind to ourselves when we stumble.
Because we will stumble.
We all do. The key is to use those stumbles as opportunities to learn. Maybe we need to adjust our approach or get some support.
So we're not looking for perfection, just consistency.
Exactly. It's those small, consistent 1% improvements that really add up over time.
They create a ripple effect.
They do. They change not just our habits, but our entire lives.
So where do we go from here?
That's the big question, isn't it? Instead of just focusing on what we want to achieve, what if we focused on who we want to become?
Because our habits shape our identity.
Exactly. So ask yourself, What kind of person do you want to be? What habits will get you there?
And then start building those habits one small step at a time.
One atomic habit at a time. That's how we unlock our potential.
Couldn't have said it better myself. That's all the time we have for today's deep dive into atomic habits.
Until next time.
If you found value in this episode, make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Also, if you're ready to start your 1% journey with us, hit the like button, share this podcast with a friend who could use some motivation, and leave a review. It really helps us grow and reach more people. Thanks for listening, and until next time, keep making those small improvements that lead to big results.